Good evening and welcome everyone to our second match of the evening. Our second match of the night sees the Arqam Eagles face South Perth Alliance in what shapes as an intriguing battle between two sides currently at different ends of the table. The Eagles are coming off an exciting 5-4 win last week against Sterling Braza, led by Miguel Oliveira's hat-trick, which was in the space of about a minute, which ended up winning him Player of the Round honours. That result kept the Eagles right in the hunt for a top 6 position. South Perth, meanwhile, continue to search for form after a difficult run to start their season. And in fact, 7 rounds in, South Perth will be looking for their first victory of their season and will hopefully take some confidence coming out of a really impressive draw that they had last week against the West Coast Cobras. As we get underway here tonight, when we run through the team lineups, we have for the Arqam Eagles, Sami Atta, number 17, Amro Atta, 33, Miguel Oliveira, 7, Lenny Leven, 8, Nicholas Gonzalez, 91, Nicholas Kirkby, number 1, who is currently lined up in goals, and Ethan Hardy, number 25, who you would assume will play the second half in goals, as they have done so often. Alex Fox, 6, that shot goes wide. Jordan Spence, 18, and Abel Waldermichael, number 22, as that takes us to South Perth's Alliance. Their lineup for the evening is Nantawat Arungswang, number 99, Pierce, number 10, Bo Haynes, 5, Kichi Kato, 15, James Toth, 33, Killian Peru, 48, Milan Rozic, number 8, Luka Bergamy, 4, Shota Kayama, 9, as that shot is well dealt with in goals by Kirkby. Shota Kiyoma, number 9, Benji McHale, 17, Jamie George, 13, and Nixon Dindiol, number 32, which rounds out both lineups for the evening. As a chance here for Atta. Might get through there almost, not quite though. Well done in goals. And both teams will be looking, especially South Perth, you would think, to get the first goal of the evening. And they really want to break that duck that they've had of not being able to win a game so far this season. As here Toth takes it up slowly, goes wide, finding Haynes. McHale and Haynes combine. Here's McHale. Now Toth cuts it inboard, has a shot, well blocked in the end by Gonzalez, and it will end up back with the keeper. Here is McHale now. Haynes, Kato. Here's Toth. Can he find Haynes? Almost, but not quite. And the Eagles will take possession. Kirkby. Here is Sami Atta. He's almost going to go to Amro Atta, but ended up going to Oliveira. Can't get that one through. Oliveira will be running a wave of momentum after his performance last week. Player of the round. Can he do something similar here tonight? Here's a chance for Haynes running down the far flank. Bit of contact there, and Gonzalez will be called. And the foul will be called. Here is Haynes to bring it in. It might be McHale, it is. Toth with the shot, and way high and way wide right. Not going to threaten Kirkby with a shot like that. And Oliveira now. Goes back to Sami Atta. Gonzalez. Tries to go long. Can he get it past Toth to Atta? He can't. And Atta will reset, but Toth will reset, but well done by Atta. It's going to be off him though, and McHale will bring it back in from touch. Toth, Haynes, McHale, Haynes again. Nice possession so far by South Perth in his last few moments. There's McHale, Toth, out wide to Kichi Kato. McHale, Haynes again, and McHale again. Now he finds Kichi Kato. Haynes down the broadcast end. Toth, can he take on Gonzalez? Gonzalez does well, but Toth does better. Haynes cuts it to his right. Can he get the shot off? He cuts it inboard. And Kato can't get there. Gonzalez now. That ball will go high. Doesn't catch any roof. Oliveira tries to flick it back. Can't get it to Atta. And Haynes will reset from touch. Fairly even start to this game so far. Both teams coming out hard, trying to get that first goal of the evening. And here is Toth. Takes on Gonzalez, but Gonzalez wins it. But it will be last off him, and it will be a South Perth ball. Here's James Toth, Mikhail, Haynes. Haynes cuts it on Atta, but loses it now. Here's Sami Atta, down through the middle. Can't get that one through. Chance for Gonzalez. Not quite, still going, keeps it in. No. Just couldn't quite keep it in, and it will be a South Perth ball. It'll be taken in goals. Here's Haynes. Toth. Mikhail. Defended by Oliveira. This ball goes to Haynes. That ball saved by Kirkby. Still bobbling around. It will be last off the Eagles after connecting with the roof. Benji Mikhail looks like he will take. That ball almost gets through. A certain goal saved there by Kirkby. And so close that was. As the ball bobbles around a little bit there and goes into touch. Here is Toth. Blocked by Atta. Now the block by Walter Michael. Now Mikhail almost beats Kirkby there, but Kirkby looked to be in a good position and the ball ended up going in just wide left. A real tight game here to start, and if the Arqam Eagles can win this game, I believe they will jump into the top 6, which would be a really good result for them, and South Perth need to win this game if they want to have any chance of making a push for the top 6 later this season. Walter Michael almost, but in fact if the Eagles do win, they will go equal 4th with the Cobras, at least for tonight. Here's Toth, takes it down through the middle, out to Mikhail. Mikhail finishes beautifully off the left. Benji Mikhail puts South Perth in front. And a brilliant run there by Toth through the middle. And South Perth get the first here tonight. And the Eagles will look to bounce back. That ball will be last off South Perth. Maybe off the Eagles in the end. There was a touch there. And here's Milan Rosic to Pierce. Rosic again. Can he get that one through? Not quite. Well defended. Still going here. What a run this is. And almost. Not quite in the end, but a brilliant bit of play in the end there by the Arqam Eagles in attack. Just not finished. Here is Peru. Pierce has Nixon Dindiol. Rosic tries to get it past Atta but can't. And it will be last off Rosic. That one gets through to Walter Michael. Heavy touch though. Cleaned up easily. Now Rosic again. Rosic out to Pierce. Gets it through to Peru. Pierce again. Pierce now on the attack. Here's Rosic. Rosic wide. And it's been such a shock to see where South Perth are on the ladder. Not having won a game for the season. The last summer season, just this time last year at South Perth, I believe they went undefeated for about 15 games and ended up being a prominent team in the finals. but they're going to need to make a move soon if they want to have a chance at the finals later this season, and tonight is the place to start for them. They need to find a way to get this win. There's that shot by Samiata, just wide right. South Perth, though, to be fair, have been in a lot of their games and they've been very competitive. They just haven't, they have had a few draws, but they just haven't been able to really finish it off with the 3 points. Here's Pierce. Out wide to Peru. Now Rosic. Chooses against Dindiol, goes to Peru. Now Pierce will end up with it. Does well to control that on his right. Now on the outside of his right, finds Rosic. Peru. Rosic cuts back. But Dindiol ends up with it. Now Dindiol 1-on-1 with Walter Michael. Can he get that one through? That one was never going to trouble Kirkby. And Kirkby will reset for the Eagles. That ball gets through to Walter Michael, but he can't get that touch off of his chest. Rosic, Dindiol. Defended strongly by Sami Atta. Now Peru again. Rosic calling for it, but Peru takes 2 men down the line. Foul will be called. And it will be a South Perth ball, so a good decision in the end by Peru. He did have it Rosic wide open, but the choice to take it down the line and draw the foul ends up being a good one. And Pierce now. Rosic. Pierce. Can't get that one through. But Kirkby with a bit of an error there. Couldn't quite grab that fairly comfortable ball. He should have done better. Now Rosic gets a shot off, but high and left. Kirkby will bring it back into play. Long ball. Finds Walter Michael. That's a good touch, but Rosic up to the task in defence. That will be brought back in by Lenny Leven. Here's Sami Atta. Walter Michael. Defended tightly by Rosic. Rosic wins it, but it will be off South Perth. Sami Atta. That ball's not a good one. South Perth will clean it up pretty easily. Now Rosic. Dindiol. Almost wide there at Peru, but Peru did well. Pierce. I think Pierce might have thought that Peru was going to take off, but there was no one there. Sami Atta finds Kirkby. Long ball, 2-1. Goes wide into the crowd. Taken by Pierce now. That ball, I think Dindior thought that Rosic was there, but Rosic was not there. He was on the attacking end. Now Sami Atta. Leven. Atta again. Now that's dangerous, but Leven gets there. Beats Dindiol. Can't beat Peru. We'll keep possession though, Leven. Here's Sami Atta. Leven, can he take it through the middle? Peru does well, Peru, but clunked in goals by Kirkby. And Sami Atta not happy with no foul being called. Bit of body contact was made, but it did look incidental. Here's Rosic. Long ball. Looks like it may have been out. It'll be captain Sami Atta's ball. Finds Walter Michael. Walter Michael does well. Keeps it in, but now turns it over. Rosic down the line. Can he get it through to Dindiol? He can, but just out of his reach. Right idea, just the execution was a bit heavy on that ball. Couldn't quite get it to Dindiol, who was doing everything he could to get there. And Oliveira is on. That ball will be too much on it. tried to find Jordan Spence, who is now on for his first stint of the evening as well. His Dindial. Goes all the way back to Peru. Now Rosic. The South Perth look to see if they can find a hole in this Eagles defence. They may be able to here. But that ball by Pierce, a bit too heavy for Rosic. A bit too much height on it, made it very hard for Rosic to control. As Amro Utter now on for the Eagles, gets it now again. Goes long, finds Sami Utter. Couldn't get any connection really. But definitely a good chance there, but they will still have another roll of the dice here, the Eagles. That one out to Amro Utter. Cuts out on Bergamy, who's on for his first stint of the game. Well, saved in goals. There's a small break in play, looks like shoelace is being tied, as you can see on camera. And it will be an Arqam Eagles ball with a chance to equalise. Sami Utter. Gonzalez, nice little feint. Dindior didn't fall for it though, here's a chance. Nice little back heel there by Utter. Not able to get anything on it. Right idea though. He'll end up with it here. And Kirkby resets to Oliveira. Oliveira finds Sami Utter. Can't get that one through. That finds Rosic instead. Now Dindior. Rosic making a move. Dindior resetting with Bergamy. Pierce. Rosic. Good ball to Bergamy. Rosic again. That's dangerous. That's turned over. Oliveira. Can he control it? Foul may be called. It is on Dindior. And the foul probably wasn't needed in the end because the ball was going to be off Oliveira and I don't think he was going to get there. So it will be an Eagles opportunity here. A heavy fall for Miguel Oliveira. And the timeout is called by the Arqam Eagles. We'll be back with you in just a few moments. And currently a 1-0 lead for South Perth Alliance. Welcome back, and good to see that Oliveira looks okay. Taking the court again immediately after that heavy fall. Now Amro Utter has Sami Utter, Gonzalez, as well as Oliveira to choose from here. And he goes with Utter. He goes with Amro Utter, and that ball cleared by Mikhail.
Guys, when you change, don't throw the ball.
Amro Utter. Once again, cleared by Mikhail. Here is Sami Atta again. Another opportunity for the Eagles. Amro Atta. Can't get that one in. Haynes does well, but heavy on the touch there. And a foul will be called on Amro Atta. And looks like that one may have been through there if the foul was not called, but there was a lot on that Haynes touch. And Luca Bergamy will take it. Mikhail. Back to Haynes. Bergamy. Goes out wide to Cato. Mikhail down the line. Gonzalez does well. Brilliant by Gonzalez in the end. Still going Gonzalez. A few step overs. Still going. Keeps possession. Now cuts it inboard. Amro Atta, that might be out of his reach. He keeps it in. Now Bergamy was there, but brilliant use of his body there by Gonzalez on Mikhail. No foul called, and rightfully so. He just controlled his ground. Now here is Amro Atta, long ball. Can't find any intended target. Need to be taken now in goals. Here is Mikhail. Haynes. Now Bergamy in defence. Long ball. That won't get past past Sami Atta. Gonzalez. Oliveira. Amro Atta. That would have been a goal. That was a certain goal, but brilliantly saved by Rungswang in goals. Amro Atta. Gonzalez couldn't get the connection on that one that he wanted. And that one might get through, but Haynes can't get there before Kirkby. And Kirkby just smashes it away into touch. And it'll be Benji Mikhail's ball. Finds Bergamy. Back to Mikhail, now Bo Haynes. Defended by Gonzalez, nice step over. Gonzalez again. There's a couple times in a row now that Nicolas Gonzalez has been strong in defence whilst also creating some attacking opportunities. He has been good so far. Leven. Alex Fox now subbed on for the Arqam Eagles, so it'll be good to see if Fox can have an impact coming on in this one. Mikhail struggled with the touch a bit there, but did well in the end. Here's Haynes, Bergamy, Mikhail. Back to Bergamy, now Haynes. Can he get that through to Mikhail? He can. Can he get a shot off? He can't. But it will be a South Perth ball still. Mikhail has Haynes. Haynes, nice little feint. That one wasn't out before it got to Kirkby. It was. And it will be Kirkby's ball. Long ball. A really good throw there to get to Atta. Well defended in the end by the keeper, Rungswang. But it will be an Eagles ball. Amro Atta defended by Mikhail well. Here is Oliveira. Gonzalez can't beat. Well, he can beat in the end. Bergamy gets there in the end. Big tackle there by Luca Bergamy as Gonzalez was loading up that right boot to have a real good attempt in it in a dangerous spot. Here is Amro Atta. Can he get that through to Fox? Here is Fox, and almost Gonzalez as well with a brilliant save by Rungswang. And Fox almost had the immediate impact coming on just a minute ago. But they've really steadied the tide here, the Eagles. They've had a lot of possession, which is something they weren't able to do last week against Sterling Braza despite the win. Here's Cato, well saved by Kirkby. Last week, Sterling Braza had so much more possession throughout the game, but the Eagles came out dominant and ended up holding on for a 5-4 win in what was a really intense matchup. Bergamy, Toth, takes it down the line on Fox, but Fox does well, wins that contest, but it will be a South Perth ball still. That one doesn't get through. Kept in by Amro Atta. This is dangerous if they can't do well here. It is Fox, high and wide. Massive chance. It might have been Leven instead. It was Leven, but big chance. There's now South Perth. Look to move, and it looks like they've just substituted on Jamie George, number 13. That ball will be a South Perth ball. And here is George. It won't get to him. But he did well in the end, George. Big size difference, but he did well. All the way back to Haynes. Now Toth. Can't get it past in the end, Oliveira. Amro Atta does well to get that through to Leven. Haynes wins it now. Haynes one-on-one with Fox. Gets it through. Here's a chance for Kato. Foul will be called on Amro Atta. And a card will be brought out. Looks like a yellow will be given to Amro Atta. And South Perth now have a big chance. Timeout will be called by South Perth. And a big opportunity for Alliance to go up by 2 goals when we come back in just a minute. South Perth now have a chance, and Jamie George is waiting. Wouldn't this be something special if he could finish it off here? George leaves it. Chance for Haynes. Toth! Toth finishes! What a finish by James Toth. Just caught the bottom of that crossbar, and South Perth go up by 2. Brilliant set piece there. Could not have run that to perfection any better. Nice little step over by George, involved in that goal. Haynes with the ball out to his left and found Toth, who finished off beautifully.
Still in.
And will it be the Arqam Eagles to bounce back, or will South Perth? It's looking like at the moment they could have their first victory, mind you, of the season. Good ball by George. Brilliant to find Haynes. Haynes can't get it through. The 2 defenders there. Well done by the Eagles. Leven and Spence combining in defence. That ball by Toth doesn't beat Kirkby. Kirkby, long ball. Can he get to Spence? It can, but well done by the keeper. Foul will be called, and a yellow, in fact, on Spence.
5 fouls.
And that, with 6 minutes to go, is the 5th foul on the Arqam Eagles. So any foul for the remainder of this half will be a 10-metre penalty for South Perth. We will be back in just a moment, as just some attention at the moment to goalkeeper Run Swang for South Perth. Last week of these two teams, the team of the week had a few players. We had Miguel Oliveira appearing in the team of the week, and in fact, Oliveira was the player of the round, having scored a hat-trick. A hat-trick in the space of about a minute of play. 40 seconds, turning the game on its head. Will we see it again tonight? A hat-trick would put the Eagles in front. As now we about to resume play. As Toth will bring the ball back, and good to see no damage done for Radswang. Here's Toth. Long ball. Can't beat Utter. There's Leven. Goes all the way back. Leven gets it back. Defended tightly there by Rosic. Good defense here by Peru. He'll win it. Here's a chance and almost finished. Not quite. And it will be put out into touch. That was brilliant in the end. It wasn't Peru, it was Kato in fact. And now Rosic will take it from the sideline. Rosic out to Toth. Can't beat the defender there. Well done in the end by Jordan Spence. And Rosic will take, with just over 5 minutes to go. They cannot afford to foul here, the Arqam Eagles. Long ball to George. He's been impressive early, Jamie George. Ends up finding Rosic, who can't find Kichi Kato. Here's Leven to Sami Atta, wearing the captain's armband. Rangaswang now to Toth. Can he get it down the sideline? He can't. Couldn't keep it in bounds. Here's Sami Atta. Well done there. Defending tightly, it was Kato. Atta, Leven. Goes long, but too high for Sami Atta in the end. It will be a South Perth possession. Rangaswang will take in goals. Looks long for Kato. Bit of physicality there, but no foul called. Here's Kato still going, no foul called again. And well defended by Spence to not give away that foul when they can ill afford any fouls, which one of them will result in a 10-metre penalty. Here's Toth. Toth can't beat Sami Atta there. It will be Rosic's ball from the touch. Toth can't beat the defender there. Here's Sami Atta. Goes to Spence. Well done by George. Rosic. Out to George. George now down the line. George still going, but can't keep it in. Showing a bit of talent here, Jamie George. Been very impressive to watch. Now Kirkby. His Eagles move the ball forward. Kato wins it now. Has the shot, but caught a bit of Walter Michael on the way through, so it will be a corner for South Perth. Rosic. Toth. Can he get that through? He can! And a mistake in the end by a combination of the defence of the Eagles as well as Kirkby, who couldn't keep it from going through his legs. And South Perth, just like that, lead 3-0. And the Eagles are going to need to score a goal, and to score a goal soon to get back in this one. Atta. Can he get it past George? He can. Bit of holding. Atta. Looks like a foul, or it might be a corner for the Eagles. No foul called. It'll be Amro Atta's ball. Walter Michael. That ball goes into It will now be a corner. Sorry, to be a goal throw, full run swang. Didn't connect with anyone on the way through. Well done by Walter Michael. Clearing it in defence. Pierce, McHale. McHale out to Toth. Can't get it through. Well done in defence. Here's Walter Michael. Get there, but it will be off South Perth. It will be off South Perth. It will be an Eagles ball. Leven, Amro Atta, so Sammy Atta. Now Amro Atta still going, but McHale did well. McHale will clear. There will be an Eagles ball. Now Sammy Atta tries to get it through, and no one there in what there probably should have been someone there. It was a very dangerous position and a good place to put the ball in attack. But now McHale will take rung swang. That might be turned over, but cleaned up in the end by Peru. Pierce. McHale. Turnover. Sami Atta. Leven. Sami Atta goes down. Foul will be called. And the third foul for the half on South Perth. And Atta is a bit worse for wear. Was a heavy landing. Currently the Arqam Eagles do sit 7th on the ladder and South Perth sit 12th. So very good performance by South Perth to be up by 3 goals here so far. They have been competitive throughout the season, South Perth, in patches, as I mentioned earlier, but finally it seems to be all clicking here tonight. And after their great fight against the West Coast Cobras last week, and they had a penalty, in fact, in the final, I believe, 2 seconds to win the game and couldn't finish it. This might be the game where they finally... Here is Amro Atta all the way back to Sami Atta. Walter Michael does well to keep possession. Sami Atta takes it down on McHale. But McHale does well to get his right boot in. And Sami Atta will make a substitution for Miguel Oliveira, who will take from touch. Oliveira goes all the way back. Here is Leven. That ball doesn't find anyone, found Pierce instead. McHale, dangerous, good pressure by Oliveira. Oliveira still going, out to Leven. Can he get that in? Deflection. Oliveira gets a shot off. Can't get it through. Walter Michael pressuring Pierce, can't foul here. They cannot foul the Eagles or it will be a penalty. They did well in the end, South Perth to clear. Kirkby will end up with it though. Amro Atta, Leven to Oliveira. Good ball to Walter Michael. Oliveira's going to pounce. On his left, almost, just left. Couldn't finish, and that would have been a huge moment for them. As a yellow is given. Looks like to South Perth. There's Justin Pierce now. Can't get that one through. That's going to go into touch. And it'll be taken by Amro Atta. Here is Amro Atta again. That doesn't get through. It will be last off South Perth. It's going to be taken by Leven in a corner position. Can the Eagles get one back here and get back into this game? Leven. Amro Atta can't get it through. Here now McHale. Pierce. Can he get it to Peru? He can, but well done Oliveira getting back on defense. Chance for Leven. Leven finishes! And the Eagles get one back. And just when it looked like South Perth were really getting away, Lenny Leven brings the Eagles back into this game. And now the deficit is only 2 goals. With a minute and a half to go, that is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Arqam Eagles. And South Perth need to now steady. Here is Bergamy now on. And all of a sudden, the intensity from the Eagles bench has gone up a notch with that goal. Bit of momentum. Leven turns it the other way. Can he beat his defender? He can. Gets it to Walter Michael. All the way back to Amro Atta. Oliveira. Amro Atta. 1-on-1, beats his defender but can't keep it in. That was Kato defending. Such a crucial goal there for the Eagles to not let this game get out of hand and to really stay in it. Bergamy. Rosic. Out to Bergamy. Rosic and Bergamy combined there. Rosic, Haynes is now on for South Perth as well. Back on after a good stint earlier. Bo Haynes, can he get that to Rosic? He can't. Looked left, Rosic, then looked right, but the ball was already gone by the time he was in the position of where the ball landed. That ball will be off South Perth, and it will be an Eagles ball. And 32 seconds to go when the Eagles are really pushing.
Alex, can you just come back? Yeah, right there, please. 30 seconds, boys.
Can South Perth Alliance hold on just for 32 seconds and go into this halftime break with at least a 3-1 lead? Fox goes all the way back and he will get it back here from Amro Atta. That will be off Rosic, nicely defended. Brought back into play here. Here is Amro Atta. Can't get it through. Well done. But Amro Atta will end up with it. And just in the end, can't find Oliveira, just clears. And South Perth now have the opportunity to be a real killer for the Eagles if they do give up a goal here. Haynes. Haynes still going, beats Walter Michael. And so close to that back post. So close to finding the boot of Kato. But couldn't quite. Long ball by the keeper and goals. Couldn't quite find anyone there, Kirkby. And with 4 seconds to go, one last chance. Here's Haynes, he's got to have a shot. He won't even worry about it. He will run out of time. And what a thrilling first half, really. Such a good start by South Perth, but good response there from the Eagles. And we'll find out just after this break if the Eagles can get back into this one.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week in Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Welcome back, everyone, for the second half of this second game of the evening. South Perth currently with a 3-1 lead over the Arqam Eagles, trying to hold on, trying to extend this lead here. Well, the Eagles are trying to get back into this game and get the next one. Chance! And almost! Somehow that ball stayed out from Mikhail. Kirkby wasn't there. Looks like Kirkby may play a full game here tonight. Here is Atta, can't quite find Oliveira. Amro Atta that was. Pierce. Gets it to Toth. Well defended by Sami Atta. Gets a shot off. He did have Amro Atta waiting. Couldn't get the accuracy on the shot he was after. Crucial miss that one. Now Bergamy. Good long ball to Mikhail. Mikhail, can he find it? No, not quite. And it'll be Nick Kirkby taking. Big opportunity there for Alliance. Now Sami Atta. Out to Amro Atta. Long ball, that's wide. Rung swung. Finds Mikhail. Here's Bergamy. Can't get it past Walder-Michael there. Bergamy will take again. Good ball to Pierce. Pierce brilliant with his touch. Gets a shot off, but Sami Atta up to the task in defence. Now Pierce again, out to Toth. Finds Mikhail. Mikhail cuts it inboard on his left. Well defended by Oliveira. But this time, Mikhail can't find Bergamy. And Amro Atta will take. Now Sami Atta. Nice little back heel there. Finding Amro. Good defence by Bergamy. Chance for Sami Atta. Could be finished. Walder-Michael finds side netting. Big chance that was. Not finished. And two good chances for both teams to start off the second half. But none have been able to finish. Here's Bergamy. The long ball straight into the broadcast area. Here comes Oliveira. And that ball might go in. No. Chance. Well saved in the end. And Bergamy. Dangerous. Here's Toth cutting through the middle. Does well. Gets past two defenders. Can he get there in time? Kirkby just beats him to it. Now here's Atta. Finds Amro Atta. But well defended rung swung. Big save. Big save. Preventing that second goal for the Eagles. And it'll be taken now by Sami Atta. Can they get through? It might! It's a goal! Off a deflection, Sami Atta just put it in the direction and somehow it's beaten everyone. And South Perth's 3-goal lead is now down to 1. Can they hold on? They need another one because the Eagles are really pressing and that goal really came from nowhere. Now Justin Pierce. Out to Bergamy. Turns it over. Here's Amro Atta. Gives it to Gonzalez, but too much on that one for Gonzalez to control. Toth cuts it inboard. Here's a chance. Gonzalez getting there. Can he get it to Mikhail? Almost. But a nice build there and a great play by South Perth.
All you guys going on?
It'll be Amro Atta and a frantic few moments of play. Now Sami Atta. Long ball. He's got Gonzalez! What a shot that was, but what a save. A certain goal, and that would have been probably one of the better goals of this season. What a connection by Gonzalez, but huge right-handed save by Rung Swang. It's a brilliant ball to get to Gonzalez as well, that. Sami Atta out to Gonzalez. He's been threatening all game, as we've just seen a moment ago. That one can't get through though. It'll be off Mikhail. Looks like Mikhail may have copped it in the spot you don't want to cop it in. Here's Gonzalez now taking from touch. Can he get it through? He can't. Now a chance for South Perth through Haynes. Can he get it past both Utters? He can't get it past Umro. And Umro will win possession and a reset with Sami Atta. Gives it off to Gonzalez, gets past him, off of Toth. Bo Haynes now, controls it well. Pierce, can he get it to Haynes? Maybe a foul called. And I think it was Umro Atta. Umro Atta getting to the ball first and winning the foul. And now Kirkby to take. Really tight game here tonight, as we would have expected coming into it. Oliveira. Long ball, too much on that one though. Couldn't quite find Spence. As Cato comes on as well as Dindiol for South Perth. While Leven comes on for the Arqam Eagles. That ball brilliantly by Cato, great leap. Controlled it well but couldn't get the accuracy he wanted on the shot, but it will be a South Perth ball. And Dindiol may take, or yes, it will be Dindiol, as Peru is now subbed on for Alliance. Here is Peru with a shot and somehow avoids all contact of both the players in that back post position. I think it just went behind them all. Long ball there by Kirkby. Found Gonzalez almost, but Gonzalez couldn't control it or really get anything on it. Now Rung Swang. Gives it off to Peru. Here's Dindiol. Dindiol, that's not going to get to his target. Won't find Haynes there. Now Gonzalez. Dindiol comes strong on defence, trying to make up for it. He does in the end. The nice little move there by Gonzalez, but Dindiol did well as well. Good attacking by the Eagles, but good defence as well. Here is Spence. Can he get that through? He can't. Peru. Gonzalez comes flying in. Dindiol with a shot. Forces a big save by Kirkby. And that shot didn't look like it was going to threaten, but seemed to accelerate as the ball got closer and closer to Kirkby. Maybe a deflection involved as well. Here is Kirkby. Off that ball was just cop side netting. Here is Gonzalez. Can he get that through? He does. Brilliant ball to Atta. And Umro Atta can't finish it. And the Eagles do seem to be having, especially over the last maybe 2 minutes, more of the attacking. That ball, well done by Leven. There's Umro Atta to Gonzalez. Can he get that through? He can't. Now Haynes, defended by Umro Atta. Leven does well with that spin to his outside right. Now he takes off, finds Umro Atta inside, but Dindiol does well to prevent the Spence at that back post. But Atta still for the Eagles. As Leven goes after it. Tried the exact same spin, but this time no luck. And Cato, big in defence there. And Dindiol from the sideline. Can that ball get all the way through? It's dangerous though, and Haynes can't keep it in. Can't keep it in, Haynes, and now Sami Atta. Can the Eagles continue this momentum and equalise? Levin. Sami Atta, can he get it through? He can't. Haynes, beautiful move to the outside, but that won't get through. Not enough on that. Nice throw there by Kirkby. Levin. Here is Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes long, but no one will be there. Way too much on that one. I think he thought I think there was about 2 attacking players there. I think he thought they were going to make a move forward, but they didn't. Now run swung from goals, long throw. Attempted to find Cato, but couldn't. Too much on it. And now Kirkby. It feels like this second half has gone for a long time. That first half went quite quick, but so many stoppages in play in the second half. Here's Gonzalez, turns it around on his right, but he just loses it at that last moment. Well defended by Alliance. Dindior, can he get there? Levin gets there first and clears. Kichi Kato gets it through to Peru. Cuts it back and resets. That was nice ball control. Haynes out to Dindior. Dindior to Peru. Peru long ball. Can you get it to Haynes? Well done by Amru Atta. Levin, nice turnaround again. Goes one way, now goes the other way. Can you get it through to Oliveira? He can't. And it may be an Eagles ball. It will be South Perth. Much to the chagrin of the Eagles, they thought it was off South Perth. Now here is Dindior. Mikhail gets that through to Haynes. Haynes takes on Levin. Levin does well, wins it. Clears it. And it will be a South Perth ball. Dindior long and almost, somehow it's come behind. Just needed to get a tap on there, Haynes. And it was a perfect ball to the back post, but somehow went off the back heel of Bo Haynes. I don't know how that didn't go in. Here's Haynes. Dindior, Mikhail finds Haynes. Now Toth moves the ball forward, he might shoot, here he does! And almost found that top left corner. For a moment I thought it was in, but forced a quite acrobatic dive and goals by Kirkby. But what a shot that was by Toth. Now Dindior. Can you get that to Toth? I feel like Toth probably could have got to that. It was behind him. But players are seeming to tire now. Here's Sami Atta. Levin. Atta. Gets it to Walter Michael. Can't get it to Oliveira. Now Toth. Toth still going. He finds Haynes, and well done by Sami Atta, stopping Mikhail at their back post.
Again!
Haynes again. Haynes beats his man, and this time, as he has been for so often of this game, Kirkby up to the task. And now he is down. As we will have a slight stoppage in play now, as all players can use this to catch a breath. And Kirkby will now bring it in from goals as Sami Atta is having a discussion with Tyner Campos. I think he thought it may have been a foul that should have been called. Maybe a bit of contact with Kirkby. Here is Sami Atta. Thought about going long, now goes to Oliveira. Finds Walter Michael, gets it to Oliveira. Miguel Oliveira high though. Still the 3-2 lead for South Perth. They are holding on. Haynes, Mikhail. Can you get that through to Toth? A tough ball to control, but Toth did it brilliantly. But Atta wins that one. Walter Michael, brilliantly by George. Gets it through. Now Oliveira 1-on-1 with Mikhail. He might have to slow it down here. Still going, Oliveira, controlling it somehow. No foul called. Jonathan Silas says that Mikhail got the ball. Mikhail beats Atta. Chance for Haynes. And he finishes! And South Perth have the 2-goal lead. Brilliantly by Benji Mikhail on that far flank, finding Bo Haynes at that back post and just beating Kirkby. He got a touch on it, but he didn't get enough on it to prevent now what is a 2-goal lead for Alliance. And exactly the response that they were after, as Oliveira is down at this spot where Mikhail did make that tackle. Twelve and a half minutes to go now, a 2-goal lead to South Perth. Such a big moment for them in their context of their season. Play will be resuming in just a moment. So Oliveira is now all good. Not too happy though with the decision to not receive a foul call on that far flank, which ended up resulting in a Bo Haynes goal. It was brilliantly done by Mikhail, beating, I think it was Sami Atta on that far flank, somewhat in the middle, going all the way through and finding Haynes brilliantly on that back post. And I believe Haynes did have a chance earlier and somehow couldn't finish it, but this time he got it done. Walter Michael uses his body brilliantly there. Can he get it through? He can, but George does well. Jamie George been very solid tonight. Now Sami Atta will take. Can you get that through? He can't. Well done by George again. They get through, not quite. There's Sami Atta, puts it into a dangerous spot. Toth now taking it all the way through the centre. He has Rosic at that far. He's going to find the back post almost, Mikhail. And a rolling foul will be called against the Eagles. Will be Mikhail's ball from the sideline. Chance there, not quite. Almost George, can he do it? He can't! Catches the post. So close, Jamie George. Beat one defender and just couldn't quite get that on target. Here's Spence. Amro Atta. This game is definitely not over by any stretch. Can that one get through? It does. Spence. Not quite. The head from Walter Michael somehow put that into the perfect position for Jordan Spence. But he couldn't get anything on target there. Here's Toth. George. Now takes it on. Nice little cross step over. Now loses it. Might be holding a little bit. And it will be called. Spence will receive the foul. George, the foul will be called on George for pulling. I think he was pulling that left arm. Spence off to Amro Atta. 1-on-1 with Toth. Cuts it in board. Shot off and catches that side. Just got that left post. Somehow didn't find the back of the net, but brilliantly done by Amro Atta. Getting the shot off there on Toth. It'll be taken now from a corner. Can they get through? No. Mikhail clears all the way to Kirkby. Atta moves it off here. Spence. Rosic gets his body in the way. Does well, Rosic. Spence now. Spence still going. Rosic getting in there. Using his body well. No foul called. Spence wants a foul called. No foul called on Spence now, the other way. Fair enough. There's Walter Michael. Spence gets it in and cleared by Mikhail. Probably could have been a few foul calls, but fair enough that none were in the end. Well done by the referee, letting the play go on. There's Spence. Involved right there. Atta, well done. Big tackle coming in there by George.
Don't open now. Not now, baby. Not now. Yes. Stay. He's coming.
Amro Atta. Can you get it past George? No. Can't keep it in. Here's Rosic. Long ball. Can he find Mikhail? He can. And a foul will be called. And Walter Michael doesn't like it. But it has been called. And this game is starting to get a little bit fiery. First and second half, a number of fouls called. And the Eagles were in 5 fouls in that first half. If you do remember. Don't want to get into a 5 foul situation again. I think there might only be 2 for the half so far. Jamie George making an impact.
Just open, Jamie. Just open. Yes.
Leaves
open.
it for Bergamy. Bergamy finds George. No, he can't. Atta did well. Ball stays in. George, really good with his footwork. Now loses it. Atta
Keep it going.
goes all the way through. Here's a chance. Spence and the same post denies the Eagles again. Walter Michael. Here's a shot, and this one almost. But the same post in a similar spot for Spence, and just before it was Amro Atta catching that left post, the bottom of that left post. And very unlucky, the Eagles not to be equalised right now. Dindial, that shot nowhere near it. And the Eagles definitely still in this game. Walter Michael almost tried to leave it, tried to get it to Spence, but rung swung there. Now Haynes. Haynes to Bergamy. Out to George. Did very well. Dindial. Flying in came the Eagles defender. Here's a chance. Dindial. George can take off. He'll reset. Did very well, Jamie George there. Now Bergamy. Dindial. Out to Bergamy. Dindial Bergamy again. And Bergamy's this time miscues on his ball to Haynes. And the Eagles will want to score soon. And not concede, that is the key. Walter Michael getting in there, Haynes doing well. Manages to keep possession. The foul will be called. Another foul called on the Eagles. That'll be 3.
Luca, change.
And Kichi Kato will take. Can South Perth take a 3-goal lead here and really put it almost out of reach for the Eagles? It'll be Nixon Dindial and Jamie George. Left by George. Dindial finds Bergamy, but well defended by Jordan Spence. It'll be taken back from touch. Bergamy gets a shot off. And a bit of a deflection. Almost found that bottom right somehow. No, Amro Atta. Now build. Walter Michael. Back to Amro Atta. Beautiful little bit of skill there by Walter Michael. Gets it in, but couldn't quite find the back of the net there, the Eagles. And now George. Back to Bergamy. Dindial.
Yes, back again.
That's nice movement. And George is doing so well with Walter Michael right on his tail. Now finds Bo Haynes. Haynes, one-on-one with his defender, gets past one, gets past two, maybe three, not quite. And now Walter Michael. Walter Michael holds his ground firmly, but pounced on by Dindial. Now Walter Michael wins it back. And Amro Atta turns it over. Amro Atta wins it back off Bergamy, and the foul will be called again on the Eagles, and that is 4 fouls. And with 7.5 minutes to go now, that is 4 fouls on the Arqam Eagles. And South Perth are closing in on their first win of the season. Bergamy will be taking from touch. Bergamy. George has had such a long time on the court, clearly showing his fitness and his ability to play at this level. That ball gets through to Dindial, but can't control it.
Back, guys, back.
And Leven is now on. Substitution made, as is Oliveira. Amro Atta, little feint on George. He'll take him on now, and he'll beat him. Gets it into a dangerous spot, but not quite controlled. In the end, a big chance there. It can't quite be finished. It wasn't Leven, it was Alex Fox who is now on. And run swung. Gives it to Mikhail, and a high press implemented by the Eagles. Spence defending. That'll catch the roof, and if it didn't catch the roof, there were a lot of Eagles there. The timeout will be called by the Eagles now. And with just about 6 or 7 minutes left in this game, don't go anywhere because we have a thrilling finish coming up after this break. We come back from the timeout with just over 7 minutes remaining. Here's Amro Atta. The Eagles needing to score one back and do it. They need to do it very soon. Oliveira, Walter Michael, chance. Walter Michael still, good save that was by a rud swung. Leven. Fifth man now on for the Eagles, and Sami Atta is in that fifth man position. So very dangerous, but needed at this point, you would think. Leven again, here he gives it off to Amro Atta. Gets it through to Walter Michael, controls it well, gets the shot off. I think he tried to give it off in the end to Atta. Couldn't find him. And unable to finish there, the Eagles, after a huge opening. Just a few words with 3 of the players and Jonathan Silas. Play will be resumed in just a moment. Run swung. Off to Pierce. Pierce takes his time. Goes out wide to Haynes. Now Mikhail. Rosic. Mikhail. Haynes. Rosic again. Now finds Mikhail again. Mikhail 1-on-1 with Utter. Takes him down the line. Shot straight to Kirkby. Now Walter Michael. 2 defenders in his way. Still going Walter Michael. Loses it to Haynes. No goalkeeper. The shot. Can't find the net though. And now Utter. Okay, that's the risk of the 5th man. You put yourself in an exposed position defensively. Leven. Wide to Oliveira. Now Leven. So move the ball around, waiting for that 5th man to present an opening in the defence. That's a nice ball. Can that one get through? Mikhail does well. Play still going on. Leven. Didn't catch any roof there somehow. There's a shot by Amr Ada. It will be a corner. Walter Michael to take. Here is Walter Michael. Off to Leven. Now reset all the way back after the leave by Amr Ata. Leven finds Oliveira. Now Ata again. Leven. Oliveira. Nice little step over, but didn't go anywhere. Leven now. Amr Ata can't find Walter Michael. Will be turned over, and Rosic will take. Here is Milan Rosic. Pierce. Now Toth, moving the ball up on Walter Michael, tries to take him on and can't. Too strong there with his body. Walter Michael did very well defensively. Back on comes Samiata. That ball gets through. Walter Michael can't control it. Just couldn't control it well enough to create the opportunity. Now Rosic and Toth combining. Now Kichi Kato takes on Oliveira down the line. Kato cuts it back nicely. But Oliveira did well getting back as well. They need to put a bit of pressure on, otherwise South Perth will continue to eat into this clock all night. Toth. Walter Michael did exactly what he needed to do there. Got the nice tackle in when he needed it. Shot by Toth high. And still the 2-goal deficit. Still the 2-goal deficit for the Eagles, playing with this 5th man. Rosic gets in there, almost overruns it. Walter Michael ends up leaving it for Amr Ata. And South Perth are getting closer and closer to their first win of the season. Here is Leven. Gives it off but can't find anyone. And the time will continue ticking away for the Eagles. Rosic. That ball's turned over. Here's a chance for the Eagles. Oliveira. Off to Sami Atta. Oliveira with a chance. Oliveira catches side netting. Just under 4 minutes now remaining in this one. And the Eagles are unable to get into this deficit. South Perth are holding on. Pierce gets a shot off. Kirkby did well. One goal for South Perth would almost certainly, you would think, seal this win. But all of a sudden, if a goal did pop out of nowhere for the Eagles, this game would go up a notch and it would be a huge finish. Well saved there by Kirkby. Cleared by Oliveira. Might not have needed to. Probably could have taken his time a bit more. I think Walter Michael was alluding to that. It's now a run swung with a short ball to Rosic, seeing off the defenders. Cato gives it off to Rosic. Rosic cuts it in board. Rosic gets it there, and Pierce finishes it off. And that should finish off the Eagles. And that should be the first win of summer season 2025 for the South Perth Alliance. 5-2 now the lead. And it looks like that should be enough, unless something miraculous did happen for the Eagles. Brilliant ball that was to the back post by Rosic, finding Pierce, who was there ready and waiting. And the fifth man will still be out there for the Eagles. They've fought hard, and they will find themselves to be fairly unlucky. They had a few chances to get back into this game, and they caught Woodworker both times and couldn't quite finish it off. That ball sails in to touch. Here's Toth. All the way back to Rosic. Seemed to be lining up that left boot. Chose against it. Now McHale. McHale gets a shot off. Well done by Walter Michael though. South Perth will bring it back into play. Shot by McHale blocked. 2.5 minutes remaining. Here is Rosic. Out to McHale. Back to Rosic, and now Toth will receive with Oliveira pressing. He beats Oliveira, gets it to Cato. Cato turns his defender, gets it in ball, but behind Toth. Toth, can he keep it in? He can, and he'll win possession after the last touch is off Oliveira. And finally the first 3 points of the Alliance season. As that ball somehow avoids the back of the net. It will be a South Perth ball. Here is Rosic, gets the shot off but high. As the clock just continues to dwindle away for the Eagles. Fifth man so far hasn't rewarded them yet. They have got a few opportunities to present themselves from it. 2 posters, in fact, from this last 10 minutes. This will seal it, but well done getting back defensively. Now Amru Atta on the attack, taking it down the sideline. Rosic did well. No fouls called either way. Cato with a shot. Saved on that last line. Cato wasn't happy with no call. They will have a corner though. And South Perth looking like, unless some sort of monumental collapse, looking like they're going to find their way here to get this done. McHale off to Rosic, but well blocked by Atta. And McHale will now take from a similar spot, go all the way back to Toth. Takes his time, cuts it back to the outside. Inside now, turned it over. Walter Michael has Amro Atta out wide. Decides to go himself on Cato. Might cut it in board now. Goes across the face of the court dangerously. Benji McHale to finish it off. Not quite. Just to the left. But 1 minute and 24 seconds remaining. Long throw by Nicholas Kirkby, cleared by Milan Rosic brilliantly. As now Amro Atta, just over 1 minute remaining. Fifth man out again. Here's Sammy Utter. Gives it off. Chance to finish. And that might have been their last roll of the dice. The Eagles. Is that shot never really looked likely. Sammy Utter gives it to Amra Utter. Now back to Sammy. No. Might go down the line. Can't find Walter Michael. Well done by Bo Haynes. Can't beat Utter on the goal line. Haynes again. Scored a beautiful goal earlier. He's been good. Justin Pearce for a bit of icing on the cake. Can't finish it there top. Couldn't get anything on it. Couldn't get any touch on it. Amra Utter now taking it down the sideline. Blocked by McHale. Forces a corner. Now Utter will bring it in. Walter Michael. Sammy Utter now. Just manages to keep it in. Did well. Found Spence. But well blocked by McHale. Now Spence will bring it back in from touch. 23 seconds remaining. Sammy Utter. Walter Michael. That's a good ball. Amra Utter might reset or he might just have a crack himself. Gives it to Spence. Back to Amra Utter. Sammy Utter gonna need a shoot now, and that might have been it. Spence frustrated, found side nets, and South Perth will take it. And they will run the clock out, and what a win to change their fortunes this season, South Perth. And will this be the fire starter to ignite a push up the ladder in the coming weeks, and a missed opportunity for the Eagles to jump into the top 6? Don't go anywhere. We've got a big game coming up now between Sterling Braza coming up against the Coburn Wolves, so we'll be back with you in just a few minutes.